Yes, people, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a fantastic new year and everyone's happy, celebrated last night. And I've got my guy, Adam. Good afternoon, Adam.
Good afternoon, John. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to the few out as well. And, you had a good New Year.
Yeah. I don't drink anymore, so I didn't go out for it last night, but I did enjoy it in the house, yes.
Good for you. Good for you. It's just basically sort of, I stayed in yesterday, sort of thing, like, no, went out for a couple of hours and that was it. So I get back early and, it's a quiet time sort of thing. So it's all good and go. So yeah, I'm here and doing this and I'm with you. And if you do like the video, guys, do hit the like button. Do subscribe if you're new. The transfer window is opening today. Any question you got from Adam, he'd be happy to answer them for you. And I should go the comments very quickly because it's overloaded. Happy New Year, lads, from Son Lee. I've got Ginger as well. Signing Digna would help. Seeing on the left, both French and Digna can make him a better player, bomb and forward with him, which is fair enough. Come to Dig later. And question here as well. Diego Simeone is now up to Kieran to decide whether he wants to leave Atletico Madrid. And if he does, they will sort out the deal out cracking first signing for Huntons. It looks very likely. Is that going to take place, mate?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to happen at this point. I originally made a video about 2 o'clock in the morning, which I pre-recorded and uploaded about 12. But since then, a lot's came out. A lot of different journalists came out and said that a bid's been officially made. At this point, he is going to leave Atletico Madrid. It's just if another club comes in. Now, I think Newcastle seem to be the only club that's really going in for it at the minute. So we'll see what happens in terms of this one, but I'm pretty confident it will happen.
Yeah, fingers crossed, my guy. Fingers crossed. I think it's going to happen very soon. Just got to be patient. When it comes, it comes. And let's hope that time we get him, it'll be the first of many. If we can get a big star, then it obviously follows, sort of thing. We should see on that one. Olivia Bernard and Lauren Robert springs to mind. That's to the left side, and that's all on the Bobby. They're great players, by the way. I hope this is true. Newcastle loan Luka Jovic from Real Madrid. Get him on a loan. That's when Ginger. What's your take on Jovic from Real Madrid? Is that deal going to happen, or do you think it's a bit of a long shot?
I haven't heard anything about Jovic yet, so I'll probably say no. I liked him a lot of Frankfurt, but Real Madrid, he didn't really get the game time when he did play. It wasn't particularly good. I would definitely take him in a heartbeat, yes, but personally, I haven't heard anything about it yet, so I can't really say if it's going to happen. We'll see what happens for the next week or so. I think we definitely do need another striker since Wilson's going to be out for a while. But it is Jovic, I like him a lot, but I haven't heard anything about him.
Yeah, that's right. He used to play for Eintracht Frankfurt, he's banging the goals for them, and he shifted around Madrid. Hardly got the game, and it's a shame because he's a talented boy. He's a great lad, and he's a good striker, sort of thing. Both feet, and he's quick, strong, and he knows how to score goals. And by the way, people, my donations open. By the way, you want to make a donation, it goes to the channel, and also got me membership up and running for as low as 99p. So if you want to become a member, do click on the join button. Got 11 so far, and that's been Ginger. Good question there. Does anyone think Yetro Williams for some depth would be decent? For me personally, it'd be a no, because I don't know if his injury record's up to standard, sort of thing. I'd watch you taking that one, mate, to Jeffo.
If we wanted Jetro Williams, we would have signed him in the summer. We've had £0 on there. It would have been an easy one to get in. We didn't get him under Mike Ashton. We wouldn't get him now under new owners. So no, I wouldn't take Jetro Williams anymore.
Where is he at now, Adam? Where is he playing at now?
He's at a Dutch team, I think. I'm pretty sure. He did sign for someone this summer, but I think it was just like a low-end Dutch team.
Yeah, it's a shame because he's a talented lad, and as you know for ourselves, sort of, he's got a lovely left foot. And listen, at the end of the day, will he be the same player? I just don't know. But having moved on from him, from my opinion, it'd be a yes, sadly, sort of thing. I could be wrong. If he does rock up to Newcastle, I'll be amazed if he did rock it back up to Newcastle, but we should see. And he has to get a work permit as well. Has to play enough games. That's the thing. And that's from Carl. Big up to Carl. Do subscribe as well. And good shout. Since Brexit, any players from abroad need a work permit, which is very true. I know Liam Kennedy put a story out about us trying to get Jovic to cover for Wilson. I'll be amazed if we got him, by the way. I think Jovic should be better than Wilson. We squeezed him out the first at the team when Wilson is then fit. And do hit the like button, do subscribe. I've got Catelyn and Nick. Big up to you as well. Anyone seen the joke of Arsenal match has been robbed? Arsenal should have had a penalty against Man City in the first half. VAR didn't get it, and the manager got a pen for a dive. I don't know what the latest goes at one, Adam. What's the latest goes at once each?
I think it was one each. Yeah, the last time I looked. I haven't watched the game today, so I couldn't comment on any penalty decisions. But I've heard a lot of people kicking off on Twitter, so there must have been some bad ones.
Wow, I didn't see it because I tried to set things up, sort of thing as well, sort of thing for later on. But so over there, I just couldn't get on. It's on BT. Got Ginger as well. I know we're linked to Rome as central mid. That is Jordan Verretou, which is a good. He's a damn good player. Used to be at Villa, then didn't make it in the Premier League. But if he came back now, he'd be a decent baller. It's a good thing Howard isn't doing the transfers he wants, and Bournemouth players don't want any Bournemouth players at all. He keeps saying about he doesn't really trust Eddie Howe. I'm not sure, but who's making the players? Is Eddie Howe buying the players, or is it the PIF?
I'll probably say both of them involved quite a lot. Eddie Howe has to be involved in some capacity. It's his squad. He has to work with certain individuals. But at the same time, again, Eddie Howe's past record with players isn't the best. So I do feel like you will need a bit of a helping hand when it comes to signing players. Like to Sri Lanka, just terrible signings, really. So we'll see what happens. But
yeah, man.
I would say the owners and Eddie Howe has a say in it.
Yeah, that's fair enough, sort of thing. I hope Eddie gets some input as well. But if the players rock it up, sort of thing. But the people new have never heard of Eddie Howe. That's the thing. But if they come to the club, cool, that'd be fantastic. And my transfer first is knackered. I've done it that much. That's some jock. I'm after you, Jay. Happy New Year to you, mate. Good luck in that. Diaz from Blackburn looks good. Would you take Berton Diaz?
I've never watched him before. I don't watch Blackburn, so I couldn't tell you what I think about him.
Fair enough. So that's confirmed he's allowed to leave. Who's that to? Is that Kieran Trippier? Happy New Year to you, Paul, as well, mate. And both your channels, quality keep up. Thank you so much. I'd love to get 15,000 people, but I'm not in Adam's league. But he's around.
Don't put yourself down like that. It's not about being better than someone.
I know. You're the Real Madrid, are you? Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all about good content, being patient, isn't it? Sort of thing. It's just being happy, sort of thing. But it'll come. It'll come. It's not a race. It's not a competition. It's get good content. Happy New Year. Let's hope the trivia day goes through. And to you, Doctor, as well, mate. I've got JK as well. Hello, John Adam. Hope you had good New Year's Eve. We did indeed. I got Brian as well. Big up to you, Brian. Jeff was staying. Is that good to first? That's the one. That's the German club. And they are clearly struggling at the minute in the Bundesliga. Happy New Year to you, Stu, as well. Thanks so much. Niall, big up to you, my guy, as well. Man U fan. Hammond's a signing the players. That's confirmed by Ginger. And for a few windows, we linked with Rob Horden. Would you still take a Rob Horden better than Cannavaro? Not a chance.
Yeah, I mean, he's not better than your players we're linked with, but at the same time, our centre backs at the club are just all over the place at the minute. So I would still take him, but obviously there's a lot of other players out there with ones.
Yeah, I think it's better than Rob Horden. He'd be the last choice anyway, unless he will, do you know what I mean? But if he's better than Cannavaro, I'd take him, but he's not. Happy New Year, Peter. I get what you mean, man. Thanks, he's fantastic. Just described to me, member as well. Thanks so much earlier on. Breaking news: Jurgen Klopp's got COVID. I didn't know that one. Thanks, letting us know. Trippier had a club. The owners will convince him and get on board Toon Express. Happy New Year as well, Peter. Hammond's in charge. He's brought in to get players and his few owners buying players, John. I don't think Eddie has that power because he's head coach. As long as we keep Man U tactic, in other words, play the same formation, once each between Arsenal and City. So, yeah, I mean, we talked about Trippier. We got to talk about the match against Man U. I mean, do you think, in your opinion, Adam, this is the worst Man United team you have seen?
No, I actually don't think it was. I think the time when we won 1-0 at Mighty Longstaff, that is the worst Manchester United team we've ever seen. The team's not good at the minute, but they've still got world-class players. They don't work together as a team, whereas that game of Mighty Longstaff squad, they had terrible players in that squad. They had all sorts of awful players. So, I mean, like, even though he had a bad game against me, we still got like Ronaldo, a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner there. So it's definitely not the worst Manchester United team. But they don't work together as a team. The team's just terrible at working together. Hence why they just struggle like Newcastle, Burnley, Norwich. We'll see what happens to them in the future. But it's a near impossible job for any manager to work with those players because there's just so many big-headed individuals there.
Yeah, I have to agree, Adam, because look, they got good individual players, but I just don't, from my opinion, I just it's the worst United team. And we're not, from my opinion, I'm not scared of Man U anymore. I'm not scared of them at all whatsoever when we do play them. And look, in first half, they were shocking. I thought we were brilliant. I mean, Joe Linton as well. I mean, oh man, what can I say about this guy? I mean, he has been absolutely a revelation in midfield. You would have thought that he won 30 caps for the Brazilian national team. How good in that position can he be?
Yeah, he's been really good. Every single game since Eddie Howe's came in, he's just been on it. He's definitely been the best player that's improved under him. I'm looking forward to see what he can do. I actually want to watch Joe Linton week in, week out. I wouldn't be saying that a year or two ago. It's great to see from him because he clearly cares about the club. He does extra training outside training sessions. He cares about the fans. And I mean, I think everyone, to be honest, at some point would have called him crap or would have said something negative about Joe Linton. Of course, he would, because he just hasn't lived up to his price tag. But now, new manager's in, he's got that life that he needs, and he's getting going, which is great to see. Every fan's criticised him at some point. Now he's kind of just telling us all to be quiet, which is great. I like that, and hopefully he can continue to improve because I've been really impressed with him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, this guy is going to be player of the season if he carries on, sort of thing. And if he keeps doing what he's doing and he keeps us up, then believe you me, I think he'll do it. And whether you play for the Brazil national team, I very much doubt it. But when you've got Casemiro in that team and you've got better ones in there as well. So you never know. Just you could surprise us all, shock us all. John, I've given Andrea the push. I'll move on to Zilias. What's that say? Yves, Happy New Year. I tell you what, Richard loves to chat lasses. I don't know if he comes on your channel, but he keeps talking about these chat lasses sort of thing. I'm sticking to Bianca Westford, to be honest with you, by the way, but there you go. And in Deep Burning Fee 1, so it gives us some hope. Just want to see Digne to help same attack and decent central mid. And one winger and bottom Jovic. I mean, would you take Lucas Digne from Edmonton? Apparently, he's having a fallout with Rafa Benitez, and once you have a fallout with Rafa, you are done. And apparently, one of the reports he wants to come.
Yeah, I'll be a big fan of him. I remember that season when we had Jetro Williams. I always said that Digne was the second best left back in the league behind Robertson that year. I don't know how he's been this season. I assume he hasn't been very good since he's fell out with the manager, and the fans don't seem to be too fussed about him anymore. I would definitely take him. I think he fits Eddie Howe's style of play better than Benitez, the way we attack. Whereas Benitez is just defensive minded, just kind of crap football, really. I know he gets results all the time, but still not exciting to watch. I just feel like in Eddie Howe's team, you just benefit more. And it's just a no-brainer to go for. It's a £25 million, I think it's a steal for someone his ability. So, yeah, I would definitely take Digne.
Yeah, I would as well. Wherever the cost is sort of thing, is in a barrier sort of thing. He's a decent left back, and he's played for Barcelona. And if he's going to come to Newcastle, that will sort out our left full-back positions very carefully as well. Got Peter as well. Ronaldo is a constant prima donna, thinks he's bigger than the club. I'm not, well, people split on him, by the way. And Eddie will look for up-and-coming talent. In other words, the Project Youth or the Youth Project in the lower leagues with potential bargains like CW. I mean, I heard about Lloyd Kelly from Bristol City. It's been linked to us as well. And when he cost $1 million when he won Bristol City, and then they sold him on for £13 million. I got a Bristol City fan. He reckons that they sold him 12 million over the top, and they were laughing when he moved on to Bournemouth. I mean, do you know a lot about Lloyd Kelly at all, Adam?
No, I don't watch any Championship football. I mean, it's too low for league for Newcastle. I don't watch it at all. I don't know. I couldn't tell you much about Kelly, to be honest. A lot of people seem quite interested by him, who I've seen, but again, I've never watched him play before.
Yeah. I mean, thing is, I'll be skeptical of buying Lord Kelly. I know he's quick, but apparently he played against Sheffield United. A mate of mine told us at work, and he was given the run around by Billy Sharp from minute 1 to minute 90. I'll be very wary about getting Lloyd Kelly. He needs to be playing the lower Premier League side first, and we'll see what happens. That one. Afternoon, John, and happy New Year to you, Carlos. So you're here. Happy New Year, lads. To Paddy. Any questions for Adam? He'd be happy to answer them, and he's a top YouTuber as well. In the big league, and she's Italian. Okay, cool. Bridjo has certainly turned the game around on Eddie Howe. Blitzy, a player working so hard. I mean, he's been brilliant. What do you think of Boubacar Kamara? I've seen what we linked with him, like 1,000 others. I mean, what's your take on him? He's been mentioned a lot.
Yeah, they'll be linked with a lot of players. You're not wrong in that, John.
Yeah,
Kamara, I do like. I think Kamara will be a good one to bring in. I haven't watched an awful lot of him, but what I've seen on the YouTube compilation looks pretty good. So, yeah, we'll see what happens in terms of within the next week or so. But if we get these sort of players nice and early, that'll be awful.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be fantastic in the midfield sort of thing as well. And we get these players coming. What we don't want to get is about 10, 11 players or one goal. Otherwise, what will happen is they got to get to know each of the teammates sort of thing. It could take a bit of time and it's going to cause problems. But if we just get 6, 7 players maybe, and then we'll just go from there. We need a consistent left back to form partnership with ASM. Can keep chopping and changing Aston Ryan, obviously from Canada. He's a great guy. I bet he's been on your channel before as well.
Yeah, he has a couple of times. Happy New Year, Ryan. In terms of the left back situation, I agree as well. No more Matt Ritchie at left back. So it's either Jamal Lewis or you bring a new left back and stop changing left backs, man. I've had enough of it here.
Exactly. No more Matt Ritchie. I'd rather take Lionel Richie, by the way. At least he's got the moves as well. I mean, John Anderson Foxy as well from Colombia. Great guy. After 3 new defenders, we need that midfield destroyer to help Jordan send some mid. That's what we need, really. Some destroy sort of thing, break up the player. Guye from PSG will be a good one. Joe Linton has a mountain to climb if he wants to be in the Brazilian team. I agree. And Eddie likes type of player like as Lloyd Kelly. I'm not sure. I'd rather have Pearson, but you only just John Marcia for £23 million. Or he's not going to leave after the season. She's Italian, not hot and hot-headed. John, I heard Amanda might sign 13 players in the window. Are we going to sign? You don't need 13 players, surely not.
Nah, I don't think we've got to sign 13 players. We've got to get rid of players, bring some in as well because of the 25-man squad rule. I think we'll probably get about 4 or 5. I'll probably say 4 signings and maybe 1 or 2 loans. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be 13 though.
I'll tell you what though, 13 new signings, yeah, maybe it's between now and the summer. Cool, that's fine. But 13 players, I don't know where Jim got that figure from, but you just never know. Each to their own. Why haven't we signed 10 players already? Everton's already started. What a signing Vitaly Mukyenko is. I don't know a lot about this guy, but I heard good things about him. I think he's quite a quick, speedy left back, by the way. Just remember that 800 million to spend in over 4 years. And these people are rated someone £1 billion. Great. And Adam, question for you. If you could pick 5 players, which one would you have? Have some Cole?
Well, make them realistic ones you've already heard about quite a lot. Trippier, I'd definitely take him. Batman, I definitely would. Centre half, we need centre half. Lingard, he's been linked up quite a lot. I would take him as well. In terms of our ones, Digne, we spoke about him before. I'll take him. Defensively, I think we need to make a lot of changes at the back. And one more. We need a striker. There's so many strikers. I'm not too sure which one to pick, but I'll pick a striker as well as my other one. I'm not too sure which one though.
Fair enough. You just never know. Romelu Lukaku could be available as well because I think he's he's done at Chelsea. He's done at Chelsea. I don't know if you heard of what happened there, sort of thing. But what he did was absolutely shocking. I tried to get a Chelsea fan on at 5 o'clock and eat so do join us for that. He'll tell us more about that. And I got Ryan, exactly, John. People wanted a whole new team in January. Ridiculous. 4 to 5 signings. Each windows is about quality, not quantity. He's got a good point there. He's got a very good point.
Now, you see teams like Fulham, when they came from the Championship, buy 12, 13 players. The team hasn't got any good cohesion. They lose games and they get relegated. You got to take it nice and slowly. You can't just get rid of all the players overnight. You got to take it nice and slowly. And over the next couple of seasons, there'll be a completely different squad, but it's not going to happen in just one window.
Yeah, totally agree. But I'll say maximum 6, and that'd be enough. You don't want to go overboard. If you can get 1 or 2 for youngins, that'd be a bonus. Got Ginger, I take Adjise and Ronaldo. Ronaldo's been linked to us, by the way. I think, in fairness, we need players from all positions with the injuries and suspensions that they have endured. Talking about injuries and that, I mean, we're after Osama Dembele and Samuel Umtiti as well from Barca, and they both got poor injury records, Adam. I mean, good players. I think they're fantastic, but it's the injuries, mate.
Yeah, well, Newcastle's always had a problem with injuries, really. We've had so many different players over the years. We've got injury problems now. It's always going to happen with these players. Unfortunately, the position we are in the minute 19 for the table, injury-prone players are going to be somewhat of the caliber of players we're going to have to look for at the minute. It's just how it is. And then over the next season, so you can actually go for players that don't get injured. But unfortunately, where we're on the table at the minute, so we're going to have to get some injury-prone players because they'll be quite easy for Premier League clubs to buy.
Yeah, he's on about 800 grand a week, Dembele. And I tell you what, I wouldn't go anywhere near him, to be honest with you, with that sort of record sort of thing. I don't know how many games he's played over the last couple of seasons, not very much. It's a shame, but it is what it is. And Peter's got a good question. Nathan Aki from Man City has been mentioned a lot. Thoughts on that one? Would you take Nathan Aki?
I would take Ake, but I don't think it's going to happen. I feel like the Manchester City's team, yes, he's always a bench warmer, but they rotate the squad around. He wins trophies there. Why would you take a job from being a bench warmer at City to join Newcastle? I can't see what he would do. I know he's had experience at Eddie Howe, but the Manchester City job is just easy money and easy trophies, so I don't know why he would want to leave.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, he hardly played as well, sort of thing, which is a damn shame because he's a decent defender. The guy's 5'11", and but he needs games and he needs it for the right reasons. Otherwise, he might find himself not going to the World Cup Qatar. And my question to you two, from Ginger, who would you take from Tottenham?
And Son, every day of the week. I love Son. He's one of the only ones, really. Kane's had a stinker of a season. I think Enzon Berry's good, but again, he's been quite dodgy. Lloris is good. I would take Lloris, but that's about it, really. Probably Son, Lloris, the only two I'll probably take. Reguilon as well. I like Reguilon.
Yeah, we have to Joe Rodon as well from Spurs as well. I do not want to take a Norway horse. I'm not saying he's poor, but he's just not what we need at this moment in time. Not good. And the thing is, right, I mean, Son all day long, I take him. He wants a new challenge in Newcastle, then the door's open for this guy, but I cannot see him leaving London anytime soon. Trippier and Botman, assuming they sign, would instill winning mentality straight into the team. They both won league titles last season. That is a little. And Atletico Madrid, respectively, as you all know. And that's for Ryan. And Martinelli missed an open goal. Wow. And John, I hate to say it, but rumours has it in Spain that we offered Dembele a massive contract. They want him as signature. Big signing. Oh, man. Dembele. Oh, don't know what to say, man. Listen, if he took the injuries away from him, it'd be absolutely brilliant, wouldn't he? But Happy New Year, lads. Let's just hope we get Phil forward early so Eddie Howe can blood them in over the next couple of weeks during the mad COVID period. I've got to comment on one in a minute, by the way, Southampton fans. It's building a team with spirit, not a team with individuals. That's very true. Ginger, I have Holberg and then Bolly. I take Holberg and the Bolly and coming in. Dembele, not for me. Dembele is not too injury prone, waste of money. And guys, while Rod John remembers open and only as low as 99p. So do join as a member, click on the join button. And I want to talk about Southampton, by the way, right? I mean, the game's called off against us, right? Obviously, it's obviously cannot go. And what I'm saying is all the Southampton fans are kicking off. One clarity, Ralph Hasenhuttl, the manager I do respect, is also for the same thing. So he's kicking off as well and saying why it's being postponed. What's your take on it?
Well, first of all, I'm glad the game is off. I can't be bothered to go to Southampton tomorrow. I'm glad I'm not going to Southampton tomorrow. It's big for the team because we've got all our best players out. And again, we've got COVID cases at the club, so it's a bad time to play. We can't play football. In terms of the Southampton, I know I've seen him whinging saying about the clarity. What do you mean, one clarity? The game on Thursday against Everton was called off. That should be enough evidence that the Southampton game is not going to go ahead. Clarity, what are you talking about? In terms of the fans saying that, well, every other team in the Premier League's had postponed games this season. Why is it that when Newcastle is it we're trying to benefit? It happens to all the teams. It's how the world works, unfortunately, at the minute. Once you get COVID cases, that's it, the game's off. That's how it works. Yes, it's maybe frustration for some teams. Yes, Southampton would have had a clear advantage on Sunday. That's how it works. We'll play them again in February. We have all our signs and we'll beat them. Unlucky, that's what I can say, unlucky to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Like my take on it is for Southampton fans is just turn it in. Hasenhuttl as well, turn it in. Because at the end of the day, you're right, but it's off for a reason. It's simple as that. It's not because of the squad we've got. They're kicking off because when we go to St. Mary's or go to Goodison Park, they're going to face us with a different team. And they're just kicking off for that because they want to take 3 points away from us. But I tell you now, next season, when we get a squad together, right, we're going to be afraid of no teams whatsoever. We are going to give it a go, and the players will be well up for it. Dembele's no good, 200 prone, waste of money, and Manchester City are now winning. And Dominic scored against us, John. he's not that bad. Listen, he has some good games, he has some poor games. Most Spurs fans think he's been when he's on it, he's on it, and when he's not on it, he just goes missing. On the jaws of that is, by the way. Winks as well for you. Would you take Harry Winks?
Tottenham fans can't stand him for whatever reason. I don't know if he's been inconsistent for them. I would take him, yes, for the players we've got in the club. But he's not going to be anything special. Just be more of a rotation player in the future, I would say. But yeah, I would definitely take him. I think he's someone that actually would be realistic as well.
Yeah, I'd take Rebellion as well. Rebellion as well from left back as well from Spurs. I'd take him as well because he is so much better. He really, really is. Winks would be good, but Conte wants to keep him. Fair enough. Ake starting right now for Man City. Why would not come to us? That's from Foxy. Can spend 190 million pounds every 3 years, subject to FFP. More if you can get in common in such sponsors, naming rights, etc. Would you? What's going to say on that one is financial fair play. Is it really working, or is it just a thing of the past?
I don't really get the point of financial fair play, but yeah, to be honest, because you can just spend loads of money anyway. And even if Newcastle did somehow break financial fair play rights, you can just somehow just get into another situation where you can just get more money. And it's so many loopholes around it. And in terms of fair play, I mean, they might as well not exist, to be honest, if we can spend as much as we want. So
yeah. Absolutely. I mean, question from Adam Keller. Hope you're okay, mate. Happy New Year to you. Why would you take Ake? He's no better than what we have. We need to aim a little higher than Ake. Trippier, Botman alone will make a difference going forward.
No, Ake is better than the centre half of the guy. You can't say he's not better than the likes of Kieran Clark and Lascelles. Yeah, he's not a world-class defender, but he's definitely better than what we have.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, but I'd take Ake, I probably would, but I'll go for high as well. I've got Jenny Bryan. You're wrong. It's 800 million over 4 years. Newcastle can spend 150 million a year. Carl's TV money plus income as well. And Ryan from Canada, a backline Trippier, Botman, Shah, and Manquillo Lewis is good enough backline not to get relegated. Do you agree with that one? Do you happy with that backline?
Yes, but injuries are still going to be a problem, so we still will need to probably get an extra defender, I would say, personally. Especially at left back position. I don't fancy left back position at all. I still feel like we need to get someone in there, especially like say Digney out there. I mean, Newcastle, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, Ryan. But I do hope we get an extra player in.
Yeah. Then Newcastle achieved Nick Hammond is Sporting now preparing to offer to sign Jordan Veretout. I tell you about Jordan Veretout. He played for Fiorentina, now plays in Roma. Yeah. He can play anywhere in the midfield. He's tenacious in the midfield. He's skillful. He can pass the ball. I watch him quite a bit for Roma and Fiorentina. And if you give him a penalty in the 95th minute, right, under pressure, I can guarantee one thing. This guy is absolutely a baller when he takes penalty. Yes, he's missed one before, but this guy is deadly from penalties as well. And I tell you what, he's the guy who would die for your team as well when he does play. So I was Jordan Veretout. We get him. Ask us on Twitter, and I'll tell you more about the guy. No Winks. What's he done? And he's 25. That's from Ginger. Do you not have the revenue this time, President? Have you not seen Newcastle accounts? I haven't seen Newcastle accounts. Have you, Adam?
No, I don't know what about you. I want different how much money we can spend. I think we can spend a lot because Mike actually for several seasons now hasn't spent much, which just means that our money's going to go up even more because it overturned the profit. We'll see. But I think we can spend a lot. And at the same time, if we need to, we can just sell players and then buy more. So I think it'll be fine this window. Some of my time be quite interesting as well. But I think we've always got a blank check this window. Because I think we literally just spend whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, and know what it is as well, right? I mean, we're not used to this situation before, are we? Like going in January, linked to these all sorts of these players sort of thing. We never had this under Mike Ashley, haven't we, at all whatsoever, which is amazing. So happy.
When was the last time on the Mike Ashley we were bidding for players on the first day of the transfer window? Never heard of that one. Yeah, so it's a great start. I mean, if things go well, you could be doing as early as start next week. So we'll see. But I mean, bidding on players in the first day of the transfer window.
I know. Not only that, we're just so aggressive as well, which I think is great sort of thing. I mean, people say the first bid for Trippier will be not going to be accepted. But listen, at the end of the day, it's a cheeky offer, and long may it continue, sort of thing. So, got Ryan, rotation players such as Ake is key for Man City. Trying to win every competition, he will not come to us. I would like to see Tielemans. Is it Tielemans?
Tillemans, I think.
And that's when Tillemans, I got it wrong again, Tillemans and Ndidi come to the club. I think they will give our team a lift. I don't think Tillemans will come. Ndidi may cool well be, but I think it's up in Leicester City. Don't understand why people think players that are starting in or in around starting lineup for the best teams in the league would join us right now. Cuckoo line, that's from Foxy. He's on fire today, isn't he? He's played for Villa, John. Yeah, he did as well. He played for Villa before he moved on to Fiorentina. And after into Tom, we are key mates. City won the game by 2-1, and they were denied a blatant penalty as well. So that's not good. A man's put her heart and soul to the club. She's not standing back. That's from Keith. Big up to you, my guy. Newcastle accounts are really good shell that he spent out, and he can't rob the money from the club he has done for food. There's money there. The race structure was 40%. That's in Ginger. Tripper, Bodia, Ginter. That's a new name. Ginter and Donny van der Beek. And the striker, attack your pick. Take your pick, mate. Who would you take?
Again, I'm not too sure on the striker, but out of those, a big fan of Van der Beek. I forgot about him, actually. I would definitely take him. And the way Manchester United is at the minute, I do think some players want out. I don't know if people's minds have changed since Ragnick's came in, but I would love Van der Beek. He would be such a statement sign.
Yeah, I think he'd be brilliant for us as well. And I hope he does. Ginter's going to Inter Milan, according to Ginger. Oh, yeah, I think we should get Van der Beek. He's still not getting games on Ragnick as well. And do you think African Cup of Nations may hamper us recruiting players as clubs won't weaken their squads? Adam?
I would say no. There's not too many African players at different clubs as far as I'm aware. I know Liverpool's got some big ones in Maddie, Salah and Keita, but other than that, the other clubs haven't got too many African players. So I don't think that'll be an issue. At the same time, it's quite hard for some of these players to go abroad due to COVID laws and stuff like that. But see, I don't like the fact that Watford's not letting Dennis go there. I felt that was really harsh. I didn't like that at all. But apart from that, I don't think it'd make too much of an impact, to be honest.
Nah, I can't see it either. But apparently Watford, I mean, Manuel Denny's has been not being picked for the Africa Cup of Nations sort of thing because I didn't think they registered him on time, etc. And Club Watford is saying they're holding them back. I don't know what Nigeria is saying about this as well. So it'd be very interesting sort of thing. Very interesting to see what happens on that. But we'll see. How much?
In terms of that one, sorry, I think Nigeria did want to go, but Watford was saying, "Oh, we want to stay. We don't want to go because it's a big season for us." It's just harsh. They can't really do anything about it. Nigeria has to side thing because he's contracted to Watford, which means he's got to carry do what they say. That's horrible. Though. I don't like Watford at all. There's also rumours they're going to sack Ranieri as well. It's been about 4 months. I mean, it's a near impossible job at Watford. No one is expecting much, and I hope they get relegated. To be honest, I don't like the way they structure that at all.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, that's down. It's going to be interesting to see what happens on that one, mate, because you don't know what's happening these days, don't you? I mean, nothing's straightforward anymore, sort of thing. How much are you paying for Trippier? I think it's 31 million now. 31 million release clause.
So the last time I heard about was 25, but then again, I haven't really seen too many price tags at the minute. But it was 25 last time I saw it.
Fair enough. Got 56 people watching that, which I think is brilliant, man. Brilliant for New Year's Day. And all I can say to people, thank you so much for listening. And also do become a member as well for as low as 99p. Really need a goalkeeper as well, John. I mean, do we need we definitely need a goalkeeper as well to challenge the backhand, do you think?
Yes, at some point we will need to, but I think goalkeeper-wise, it's probably the one position I'm not too fussed about at the minute. Just due to the fact that it doesn't matter who's in the goal, the defence is terrible, they're still going to concede goals. Yes, the Bradker makes mistakes, but every goalkeeper does. The goalkeepers we have got are talented, and if we get a good team around them, this shouldn't have too much of an issue.
Yeah. And do you think this playing out from the back is good for Newcastle, playing out from the back?
I like the fact that against Manchester United we were hoofing the ball a lot more because I'm sick of the way we play around the back because we're not a good enough team to do it. So we lose the ball far too often. We concede stupid goals because we try to do this fancy Manchester City passing, which doesn't work. So yeah, I'm glad against like Manchester United. Just when we're in a bit of danger, all we did is just kept clearing the ball, kept hooping the ball up. It's good. I like that. Just instead of trying to think about it, just get the ball away straight away. That's a good natural instinct. And hopefully we keep it up because we conceded so many stupid goals this season.
We have, haven't we? It's absolutely shocking. And most of the goals are given away. It's just playing it out from the back and not defending properly. You've got to defend properly if you are to stay up. Got two names as well. We got two mates. Do you think Darwin Nunes, would be a worthy signing, or Man City or another big English club could steal him? I can give you the answer now, mate. He's not going anywhere. He'd be not because Benfica wants to keep him until the summer, so he will not be going anywhere. So Nunes, do you know about him?
I don't know. Nunes, which one is missed? I don't know who it is.
Nah, no, he would go. He'd not be going anywhere. And Watford's only hopes then up to keeping Dennis as well. Poor form by Ranieri, not letting Dennis go. Respect the African in the tournament. Yeah, I agree. You got to respect the tournament. You've got to take the competition seriously. So
you don't see Klopp like saying, "Oh, Salah, Mane, you can't go away." And bearing in mind those two going away is going to definitely cost Liverpool in the league.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to respect it. Like it's like a dream opportunity for Dennis. He's going, no, you can't go. It's shocking. Yeah, that's really ticked me off. I don't like that at all.
I don't respect the competition. That's what you were in it for. It's your dreams to win trophies. That's one of them. Would you go after Sarr, Henderson on loan for United? I'd take them both. I really take them both because Sarr, he's a goal-scoring winger. He's got pace and can cross the. He can actually cross the ball. He can actually cross the ball, and he could also track back as well. That's what I like about Sarr. But Watford are asking for a lot of money for this guy. He costs 36 million quid.
Yeah, I would take both of them, but again with Sarr, even Watford only let players go in international duty, never mind trying to sell a player to another relegation rival. So I can't see us getting Sarr at all. If they get relegated, then I'll go from straight away. But this current time, I think it'd be near impossible getting him in this window.
Yeah, fair enough. Fialovic, I'd take any time. Sort of, I think he's decent. Jonathan David, that's the Iron Sphere player because he's Canadian. So
yeah.
And keeps on bigging it up. So he's on loan for a strike and then go for the big name in the summer. Has to be Fialovic, David or Jovic. 25 million euros.
Well, fair enough, my bad.
Bargain. What do you think of Sam Johnson? Do you think he will be a good keeper to challenge Sabaka?
Again, I haven't watched much West Brom. I couldn't tell you what I think about him. I don't even know if Johnson's still at West Brom, actually. That's how little of him to watch.
Yeah, he's still at West.
I don't watch any Championship football at all, so I couldn't give you the answer to that. But I do remember when he was in the Premier League, he was a decent goalkeeper.
Fair enough. He is a decent keeper, by the way. But West Brom are kind of not losing their way at the minute in the Championship, by the way. I mean, you've got teams like Blackburn stepping up as well. So watch out for them as well. Middlesbrough as well. That league's going to be difficult to get out. We better not go there. Happy New Year to Callum. Thanks so much, Dean. Use him. Loan signings. Anything mentioned as or here as permanent signings? Yeah. And Happy New Year, everyone's saying everyone in the chat as well. Hope for Spurs win a day. And yeah, they got Watford today, haven't they? Cheering for Spurs today. John, I got a funny feeling with signing Aaron Ramsey. For me, he's injury prone, right? But one thing I'm going to say about Aaron Ramsey, when he's fit, he's very good. But at Juve, he hardly gets a game. They're trying to get rid of him off the wage bill as well. He's on, what, 300 to 400,000 pounds a week. So, what do you think of that?
Ramsey's agent's world class, getting that much money a week. He's a good football player, but that's ridiculous wages for him. In terms of Ramsey, I mean, I've heard about the last 10 transfer windows in a row that we're trying to sign Ramsey. There's always been, when they might ask you the wage bill's way to try to sign him. So I can't believe it because it's been popping up so many times now. I would take him. I think he would improve the squad. But at the same time, it definitely got a wage bill down that is way too much money to give him on a weekly basis.
Fantastic. Yeah, we see what happens on that sort of thing, but it'd be very interesting. Got one here. I just watched City again. Anderson generally had ball control and passing range, vision of Premier League level midfielder. Unfortunately, Dubravka never going to be that level. But who is? I mean, who's going to be sweeper keeper? I could only think of two. Edison's one of them. And Ter Stegen is another one from Barca.
In terms of obviously kicking the ball out far, it's not the most important part of the goalkeeper. Yes, it's really good to have that in a goalkeeper, and it definitely benefits those teams. In terms of Newcastle, we just need a goalkeeper that can just save all the easy shots. Really, we concede so many shots every game. We need someone that can keep us in it. The Bradker, for the most part, he's made a few errors now and again, but the amount of shots he faces on a weekly basis at Newcastle, the goalkeeper is always going to make mistakes because he can face 10 plus shots a game. Against Liverpool, especially, I mean, we lost that game 3-1. The Bag had the game of his life, made some ridiculous saves in that game, and it's still not enough. And as I say this again, we need a better defence to help the goalkeepers out. It doesn't matter who's in the goal, they're going to concede goals because the defence is just not good enough for clean sheets.
Yeah, totally agree. One clean sheet our season tells its own story, by the way. And that's how it is. I've got future Sky Sport presenter in 5 years' time, which is Maisie, Man United fan. Good afternoon to Happy New Year to you, gorgeous. And two Jordan legends on a live stream. Good New Year's. Let's start off a bang, baby. And Happy New Year to you, my guy, as well. And she said hello to you as well. Get on your channel. She is absolutely amazing, sort of thing. And 30 million for 31-year-old G's bonkers, yeah. Gabriel Batistuta back in 2000 cost £32.5 million from Fiorentina to Roma, and he won Scudetto in his first season. So anything happen on that? I'll get rid of this one, by the way. Not you, maybe it's just someone's bit of spamming sort of things I can't do. And I've got Foxy as well. Claudio Brava, the best technical keeper on the ball, but he's not very good at actual goalkeeping. That is the thing. He's played for Barcelona, Man City. Sam Johnson's at West Brom's goalkeeper. Do keep those comments coming in, people. I've got 71 people watching live. Do hit the like button. And also follow Adam Pearson on his YouTube. Hi, amazing. It's an amazing thing, Maisie. Everyone's saying Foxy as well. Everyone's in the chat. So I think Sam Johnson letting almost 80 goals. West Brom went down. That's because of their back. That's because of the defence in front of him, by the way.
You'll probably concede about 80 goals this season by the end of it.
Oh no,
just how it is.
You're right. You're right. We consider 42 of the season. Wow, shocking. Happy New Year to you, Jordy Ian, as well. It's great to see you again as well. Saw him the other day. Great guy. Right, fellas. Happy New Year. Time of work. Love the content to Army 2022, and you have a good one as well, mate. And they were too tough. Vialovic is the statement signers who are ever going to be one for me. I also want him and several others. If we beat them to a signature, what does that say about us? What does that say if we do get an Estella signing?
Well, obviously, we'll be making a statement, that's for sure. But in terms of a guy like him who's going to cost like 100 million or something crazy like that, I feel like we need to make the signs that can keep us up the minute. I don't think we need to make those ridiculous signs yet. We'll see what happens in next season. It's over for now. It's just more staying up, really, just playing smart, making the correct signs. I'd rather have 5 or 6 decent players and then one ridiculously good player for that much. So that's how I personally look at it. Main part is staying up, though. Just get players and that will keep us up.
Yeah, that's fine. I think we're going to stay up this season. I really do think it'll stay up this season because I think the players love the club and they're going to put everything for Eddie Howe. Cavani's out of bounds. I love that man. I'll follow his career where he was at Palermo and Napoli as well. At Napoli, 77 goals and 108 appearances for the Patenapai. That guy is absolutely fantastic. Even the Napoli fans who still love him. You mentioned his name and he can talk for about 6 hours about this guy. For what I've heard, we're offering 150k a week to get his future sorted. He's not getting any other offers. That could be Trippier. Happy New Year to again for Mercy. You do some great show, lads. Bring the fans together. From Keith. Love you, Keith. I still want those members as well coming. It's only 99p. Oh yeah, be smart not giving Ramsey 400k a week. Neco Williams, Liverpool on loan, excellent for Wales. Only one appearance for the Reds this season. Where do you guys see women's future at the club? I'll ask you that question. You're the guest.
I think one of Doro and Woodman has to go. I think we've got too many goalkeepers. Gillespie, I think, has to go as well. We've got Dan Lanyon on 23s, who doesn't interfere with the 25-man squad, so I think he's a good fourth choice. But I think Woodman and Doro, one of them's too good to be a third choice goalkeeper, so I would sell one of them. I would probably sell Doro personally because I think we can get more money for him, and he's been really dodgy this season. Whereas Woodman, yes, he's been dodgy when he's played as well. But Woodman's had a near impossible job. He made his Premier League debut against West Ham. He saved a penalty and he still conceded 4 goals in his first game. That was just how bad the defending was.
Yeah.
In terms of Woodman, I think he's got a better future ahead of him, so I would personally keep him out of the two, but I think one of Doro and Woodman has to go. One of them has to go.
Yeah, so listen, I've been harsh on Freddie Woodman, sort of saying that he's not good enough for this club. He needs to be on another season on the championship sort of thing. I may be a bit harsh on him, but at the end of the day, right, when you concede so many goals sort of thing, first 7 games, or 5 or 6 games, then that's what's going to happen. So, listen, end of the day, you're right. It's the defence that in front of him are not good enough. I do not want Matt Longstaff in that team after Jan 31st. We need a big name, not a kid who flopped at Aberdeen.
No, with Longstaff, though, I mean, he's still 19, 20. You can just put him in the 23 squad, and then whenever the opportunity comes, you either sell him or you loan him out. But I wouldn't sell them altogether. I'll just put them in the 23 squad because they definitely need some extra players in there. And like Mike Longstaff's got the experience to play for them.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We'll see what happens on that sort of thing. Whether he's got half, he's got 6 months left on his contract. Where he's going to stay with us, I don't know. But we could be losing both long staffs, Adam, come summer. We need to clear out players to make spaces in a 25-man squad. Don't want to keep us in there, keep us in the 25. Over the training pitches on the academy, that's an upgrade that is desperately needed. That's from JK. That's a good point. I mean, what's the situation at the training facilities? I don't know, is it still being built, or do you not know?
Nothing's happening at the minute. It's going to take years to build a proper training facility. You look at like Leicester, that would take years to build something like that. The one at the minute is terrible. It's no secret. It is embarrassing. It is really bad for a Premier League team. But unfortunately, for the next year or two, we're going to be stuck with it because we've got to completely move a training ground. There's not enough space around Benton to build it because it's all the land around is council owned, so we can't build onto it, and it's not the space isn't big enough to have a good training ground there. So we've got to build it somewhere else, and that's going to take years. And we're just going to be stuck in that crappy one for now. Again, though, you see like Eddie Howe come out and say that it's not about the facilities, it's about working with the players, and that's what the mentality is going to be at the minute. The likes of Trippier, imagine coming in and say that training ground and be like, oh my god, what I walked into. That's just how it's going to be for a couple of years. It's embarrassing. It's really bad.
It is, isn't it? Let's be real. I mean, I'm not being funny, but they want to come see the facilities first before they decide to sign for the club. But that'd be very interesting. But it didn't put off people like Rafa Benitez, though, did it? Which is true. Afternoon to you, mate. Hope you're okay and having a good new year. Dollar's better than a woman, but a woman does have youth on the side. And this could crack on to Spurs linked to 30-year-old Griezmann for 40 million. Would be a poor signing. Wow. Matches off to Carlisle in January. Just remember last season, he was linked to Udinese in Italy. He should have gone to Udinese. He would have got the best training there, honestly. Can't imagine being Longstaff. That's from Eric. I have a ticket for Everton, but Warren Times planning trips now. I'm based in Wales. That's from Gianni. Problem is more club mentality in any normal team will have 3 keepers and 4 centre backs, 2 left backs, and etc. Our team 13 defenders, it needs balancing. And then big up to my guy Paul. How bad of a player must be if you can't get a game in Scotland? Wow. What do you make of that, though, not getting the game in Scotland? He goes up there on loan at Aberdeen and he's not getting the game.
I think it's probably more of an attitude problem than anything. He should be good enough to start for Aberdeen. I'll imagine you probably would have went to Scotland and would have been like, oh, I mean, this is a terrible league. I'm going to walk the park. You probably just have a stinking mentality, I would imagine, around the training facilities. I mean, the manager hates him, the fans hate him. He must have been a knob, really. He must have just been like, oh, this is all the Aberdeen terrible club. I'm just here to do whatever I want. Probably just sort of, he probably just assumed that the league's going to be awful, and then he kind of got shown up, is the best way of putting it, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The thing is, as well, I mean, 6 months should be a season on loan, but cut down 6. Then, if he's not, he's going. If he did well, he would have been a bit longer, sort of thing. Like, I wanted to do well, but something ain't quite right there. But I got Joshua. So what was me? Are other clubs hijacking on transfer targets? I'm hearing of Chelsea trying to pursue Trippier. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think you want to go with Chelsea, to be honest. I know obviously they're a Champions League winning club, but he's still got that Tottenham at heart, I would say. We'll see what happens. But I mean, 25 million for what would be a backup right back for Chelsea. I just feel like they'll be better off getting someone else because they could literally get anyone they want, whereas Newcastle will be more restricted with who can get a right back.
Yeah, that's the thing. And you'll not be playing second fiddle to Ryan James as well, unless you put Ryan James in a back three. And then, that's not going to work. Not going to work.
If people want to get back in the England squad, though, he's not going to do that as a bench room at Chelsea. He wants to get back in the England squad for the World Cup this year. He'll just have to go to a club where he's going to play week in, week out.
Exactly. You're not going to Chelsea. I can't say it. Not been a good start or good end. Got COVID of all times. I do apologise on that, mate. I hope we get better soon. I really, really do. And hi, mate. Hi, Ant. Hope you okay, mate. Leicester City fans, a great guy. Fantastic. Just been on Sky Sports about an interest in Trippier. We found out later. Is Trippier coming to Newcastle or not? Simple answer. Yes, he's coming to Newcastle. We're the only ones putting a bid in at this moment in time. Nate and Akin played against Arsenal. Would you give the youngsters a try against Cambridge, or would you just put the full team out?
Youngsters, we had to rotate the squad around. I think, like I said, Gale, I think it would be a good opportunity for him against Cambridge because he's never going to play in the Premier League. That's a match where you can test new signs out. That's a game where you can rest players and just not worry about it because we should be beating Cambridge no matter who we put out, really, with all due respect to them.
Yeah, that's very true. I've got Udinese, would have been great for Longstaff. I agree 100%. He should have gone there. He got the best training. Look at Henderson, and that's Liam Henderson, by the way, not Dean Henderson, Liam Henderson. Couldn't get a game in Celtic. In Scotland, now doing great at the moment at Empoli. Yeah, he's played for Hellas Verona. He's played for Bari as well. And he's doing great for guns. And this Italian is absolutely amazing, right? And it's brilliant. He's fluent Italian. He's just brilliant. You know what I mean? And I got Keith, so Adam, the club's going the right way. PIF are not going to beat. What do you think?
No, I don't know what you mean by that, but yes, I do think the club is going in the right direction. I mean, you can't compare the PIF to Mike Ashley. It's like comparing a brick to a bar of chocolate. I mean, the difference between... I would have used that joke a couple of days ago. But I mean, it's the point. You can't compare Mike Ashley to the PIF. One's the richest owners in football history, and all one's a guy who gives you our contract as sports director. The difference is clear as day. Well, it doesn't matter who we sign. It doesn't matter what happens this season. The club is going in a better direction, regardless of what league we're in next year.
Unbelievable, man. But that's a great quote, what you just said, man. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Willock wants to go home, same as Matty wanted. Hence, both not performing. Willock has his payday. I mean, Joe Willock, more like Joe Pillock this season. He really has. I'm not going to lie. But is he really happy up in Newcastle, or does he really want to go back to London?
I don't think he wants to leave Newcastle, but he is. He just seems sad, to be honest. I remember the Liverpool game lost 3-1, and the first thing he does is just walk down the tunnel. He doesn't even come over and clap the fans. It's that really a big job, because we travelled on a Thursday night to go watch him play, and he just put a tantrum. Really, he's like, "Oh, things aren't going well for me. Wah. It happens. People have bad games. People have bad spells, but it's about bouncing back, and Willock hasn't done that so far. Yes, he hasn't been playing his correct condition at times, but he's still got to put the effort in. I still feel like at times he just kind of just gives up, or he's just like, what's the point? Things aren't going well for me. But you've got to have that mentality to come back.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about Willock in a minute, like sort of thing, but he needs to fix up in the second half of the season. Otherwise, he is going to get found out big style.
Yeah.
If you can't get a game for Atletico, which you can't anymore, he can't. He's not going to knock Reece James off the Chelsea spot. I doubt very much. Goldridge reckons Trippier is going to Man U. That's Mark Goldridge. That's football.
No, Goldridge is not a fan of Goldridge. I think he just talks sort of rubbish, to be honest. So why would you go to Manchester United?
I don't get it. I mean, he's apparently, according to Man United fans, he is a Nottingham Forest fan.
Goldridge, yeah, he is. Yeah.
He is a Forest fan. That's what I was told. Unbelievable. It's like me doing a live stream for Man United every week. Ain't gonna happen. Can you give names centre back and left back? Centre back or Botman or Cordy for me. Left back would be Digne.
Yeah, I agree.
And I got Reece James has ruled out with that injury, which prompted Chelsea to look at Trippier as an option. Yeah, go and sign and then drop him back in. This reward for coming in back on the bench. Hi, John and Adam. Hope you had a good Xmas New Year. Thanks you, Kev. I haven't replied back to your messages, Kev. I do apologise, so I will be. Ready for getting back to work, and we have house full of COVID. Get well soon, mate. Please get well soon. Please be careful. Good listening to crap, lads. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate that, and just be careful, mate, because there's a lot of them going around. Can you give the names left back, centre backs that Corm in this January transfer window? So I say Digne, and I say Botman as well, which you agreed with. We dodged a bullet with Willock. That's from Anthony. I mean, anyone disappointed who haven't signed anyone yet? Abs the first day, mate. It's a long way to go. I mean, we've got 30 days left. If Mike Ash's pockets were as big as Moof, maybe we wouldn't be in this situation. That's where we found ourselves in. That's from John. I remember watching Eddie Howe's first training session after the session Eddie Howe was seen talking to Joe Willock. I wonder what's that about. That's from Brian.
Yeah, that's correct. That was my vlog that all the way back in the November.
Yeah.
That one, I don't know, it's just training. He might have had a bad training session. He might have just wanted to speak to Joe Willock individually. If it happens, it's just natural, really. There's nothing wrong about it.
Yeah, and you know what it is, right? I mean, Joe Willock, I don't want to tap on him yet, but what I'm going to say, right, he needs to fix up, because at the minute, we need 11 players right now. It's going to help us out of the situation, yeah? But his attitude at the moment is just not good enough at Newcastle United. I don't want to cost people out, but I'm afraid it's just not good enough. It's just unacceptable. He's got to fix up now, or he's going to find himself benched.
Yeah.
So I'll go with this quickly. Like, I mean, Man U's have 2 left backs and 2 right backs. Why wouldn't they? Probably they don't rate Wan-Bissaka sort of thing as much. Paul loves when people say Connor Cody.
He has a bit of an obsession with Connor Cody. I mean, he's a good player, but I think his obsession is unhealthy.
He is. He's top guy. He's top guy. Chelsea has Apagreta, and he is a natural right back, so they don't need Trippier. Willock is homesick. Well, if he's homesick, he needs to tell Eddie. He lives 10 minutes away from me on boundaries of Nottinghamshire. Now, important to the FA Cup. For me, FA Cup's important. Plus, Rudiger can play right back. He was Valencia, and he used to play Rome as well. Mbappe has been signed for the team. Yeah, whatever, Steve. Whatever, mate. We don't need an FA Cup run. We need safety. I want to get as far as we can in the FA Cup. And he needs on dominance. I mean, I heard he's back to fitness.
He's training again, yeah. I think he's doing team training now. He'll still be probably a couple of weeks and come back. Well, then again, we don't play for another couple of weeks, so there'll probably be a good time, actually. But yeah, he'll be back soon. It's a shame he's so injury prone because I do like him as a centre half. I think he's a good centre half, but his injury problems are just terrible. He gets injured all the time.
Fair enough. That's the thing. And I want to play a centre back, so for not left back anymore, in my opinion. But I was probably thinking differently. One of our main worries now is getting a striker in. Trippier looks like a done deal. I'm sure the club will have some defenders to the come, but we need a striker. Burton Diaz from Blackburn or a loan. I don't think it'd be a loan deal. Don't want a permanent deal. If anything, to offer £20 million, I think he'd be away. I mean, Leeds wants him, Adam. Brighton wants him as well.
Well, again, I couldn't tell you about the Championship players. I mean, if he's good, then sure. But we'll see. There's so many different players at the minute. I mean, we've linked with hundreds at this point. I would love for more to come in, but that's not how it's going to work. We're only signing a certain amount of players, and we'll see which ones are signed. Yeah, and I think Trippier is literally done. I can't see anyone else giving at this point. I mean, you even see Simone come on these press conferences today and say that, it's a high possibility he's going to be moving to the Premier League. It's just that one for me. The orders are clearly been looking to get this one done, and the first day of the window in there straight away, which is good. I like this long-term planning. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty confident it will go through to the Trippier one.
Fingers crossed, fan. Fingers crossed. And people forget whether it had long COVID a few games into the season. I mean, yeah, the COVID, starts back in September, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, with COVID, yes, it's always going to be hard to come back from COVID because it completely just sucks the life out of you when you're playing 90 minutes in the Premier League.
It does.
I still don't think it's an excuse, though. I think it's been months since he's got to be coming back at some point. I mean, Darlow was hospitalised with COVID, and yes, hasn't been particularly good this season, but he was still back playing again. So I don't think it's an excuse. It's unfortunately something that's going to be around now. Everyone's going to get COVID at some point. You kind of got to bounce off from it. Yes, at first you're all going to be out from it, but eventually you do have to get back into your form you were previously in at some point.
Yeah, I agree, man. I totally agree. Just, it needs to get sorted out soon, and it's not easy for you to get COVID sort of thing. So whoever gets COVID at home, people in the UK or the world, please get better soon, because it's not a nice thing. Connor Cody not coming to Newcastle, unfortunately. Dominic had to turn the training session is a mile off being anywhere near match ready. That's the last heard from Eric. Do we need a goalkeeper? What do you think of Henderson and Man United? We definitely need a goalkeeper to challenge, in my opinion. But you take Henderson, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would take Henderson. He's a good goalkeeper.
He is indeed. John Cochran's caused injuries. We don't need that. Maybe next season a bigger squad. Fair enough. Really, I don't know. He played for Roma. He definitely played for Roma, not that Valencia. So Mr. Messi sort of thing. Do apologise. Renzo wouldn't come to us. Trippier now looking iffy. What would be. We need to get someone in quickly, sort of thing, Sorry, you're right. I meant Roma. And John, just right, Wilcock, he's a Kennedy. It's time to improve. Getting to top central mid would help him develop. That's the thing. I mean, are you tapping up on Willock, or are you going to give him another chance, Adam?
Oh, well, I'll give him a season at least. We'll see what happens at that point. He's still quite a young player. Mm-hmm. That season, last season, he scored 7 games in a row, which is the most in Premier League history. People might argue it's a purple patch, but he's still a young player. He's got a lot of time to develop, and we've seen him do that at some point, which means he has got it in his locker. We just need to see him. I don't know, maybe once he scored once, he might get off the mark again. I don't know what's going on from this season. There's something not right with it.
Nah, that's very true, but it's... Well, what else can I say, man? I have to agree with you there. I've got lots of rumours saying Trippier was done deal, but if it was he would have signed. Everton's already signed a defender, so that deal was done. Clearly, you would have no deals done yet. Well, you have to understand this. It only opened January the 1st. That Everton deal might have been done months ago to release today, but we just got to be patient. It'll come. It'll definitely come. And I think we get him. But make sure we're not a shot window club looking at players for someone else to come in. So I've got 24 goals in the championship so far, Adam Ladd. I know it's a different league, so there will be difference. The only other person I can think is maybe Martial alone. I will not touch Martial. You wouldn't take Martial, wouldn't you? Would you take him?
No, I would take him, yeah. I think it'd be good to have him Wilson, obviously rotate him on the tour. In terms of championship strikers, so I know obviously 24 goals in the championship is good, and you see like Ivan Toney, they definitely are capable of delivering in the Premier League. But again, a guy like Dwight Gill in the championship, he scored 20 plus goals, and he's terrible for Newcastle, really. So I don't think you can completely say that championship goals is going to make a player good. But I think you definitely could do it with 24 goals, like you said. I've never watched him play before, so I can't really judge him. In terms of Martial, though, I think he's got the ability to play for us. With Wilson's injury prone issues, we do need a nice striker. And yes, he's not the player he once was, but he's still got ability. Again, with 19 for the table, we can't say no to some of these players.
Yeah, true. He's got to beat Shearer's record for most goals scored by the turn of the season. Gale 24 goals in championship, and he's shy championship striker. Don't do one league, although apart from Jamie Vardy. Dennis from Watford.
Yes, Watford will sell quite a stingy club on the looks of it. They're not even letting them go in a national duty, never mind trying to sell him. No, I think it'd be near impossible to buy anyone from Watford at this current time.
Yeah, absolutely. Wrap this up quickly, because I know you're a busy guy. I mean, West Ham chasing Gabriel Barbosa as well, not just us. And, it seems to me that if you're after someone else goes to them as well. That is the thing. And then we lose out because we go for them, yeah? We should be leading and also grabbing that player as well. John, our transfers will take time because we have a lot of clauses to put in their contracts. Are they going to put clauses in their contracts, relegation clause? And
we're going to have to with some players because the players need a certainty of what's going to happen to the future of the club. When you get relegated, they're like guys like Kieran Trippier, I can't see we want to play championship football. So yes, I think there'll be relegation clauses. I think there will be clauses that will allow players to go out on loan or allow players to leave. Stuff like that. It's unfortunately what we are as a club now. If we get relegated, the players that are signed, they'll probably go straight away. The likes of Townsend did when we got relegated on a Steve McLaren. It'll happen to some players. Some players will want clauses so we can get out straight away if things go pear-shaped. That's just how it is, unfortunately, because we've got to have expectations to want to play well. And Championship's going to be a huge setback, especially with a guy like Trippier in his 30s now. He's going to need to get somewhere where you've got a chance to get back to the England squad.
Exactly. And then if you do go down, touch wood, if you do get relegated, you're going to end up the assistant players that we've got on big wages as well. And which I don't really want to see again. I'd rather have a fresh squad and get those players to get up, sort of thing, than that. And otherwise, we get back up and he goes, we've got to give these people a chance to get us up. No, I don't want it for them. They had their time. So, yeah, not really into the idea of paying for players for relegation rivals. I rate Dennis, but I pass. We're only strengthening Watford by the time they replace him. Happy New Year to you, David, and to Alan. We complain all season about having championship players, and now we want to buy out over the championships. Wow, that's Paul. That's a harsh one there. But opinions are taken. Honestly, I think we need to put our efforts into someone like Jovic on loan and buy Icardi. That's another new name. Well, not a new name, we linked him before. He's allowed to leave PSG now for 30 million euros, a pound million fans. I'd take Icardi all day long because this guy is brilliant. He is a brilliant centre forward.
Yeah, definitely. I think Icardi would be quite a hard one, though. Again, with PSG. Yes, he doesn't start for them, but it's still being on the bench with PSG. It's got one of the best attacks in world football. The likes of Mbappe. Mbappe's going to go at the end of the season, you imagine. So maybe Icardi will be thinking, well, if he's going to go, that's going to be my spot. He might be saying, we'll see in terms of Icardi. That would be a hard one, I think, though.
it'll be a very hard one. He's on mega bucks a week at PSG. He was on mega bucks at Inter as well. So that will not be an easy deal to do. So that's down to his girlfriend as well, because his missus is an agent, by the way, and she calls the shots, apparently. So no done deals yet, or rumours. We would have been starting these deals way before January the 1st. If no signings the first few days, I would get word. Abs, mate, listen, it's a long way to go.
Relax, plenty of time, relax. I think there will be someone in before the Cambridge game. I think within I'll probably say Tuesday. I think it will actually be a first signing. I think Trippier the next day or two will definitely start to speed up. In terms of now, the window's just open. I know everything's signed someone today, but again, we don't know behind the scenes how long that deal's been going on for. Whereas Trippier now, we just got to find a deal that we can agree on. At the minute, Atletico Madrid kind of want a bit more money, which is just business. That's how it works. Once both teams find a deal that they're both happy with, then that's it. That's just how it is. It's been easy to sign.
That's true. That's fair enough. I agree. That's a good answer. It kind of be a car crash, poor attitude, and no one's wife will be safe. Yeah, I've heard that because apparently his last used to be with Maxi Lopez, right? And then basically she left him to go with Icardi, and then Maxi Lopez is absolutely furious about that at all. So that's not good. Adam, who's that number 7 shirt behind you? Is that
Keegan up there? It's Keegan and Shearer. I know what grass in the ball.
That is a brilliant shirt. I'm going to do a competition soon, so I'll be giving away a shirt as well if I get 100 members. So, and that in a minute, I haven't got none today, but there you go. Add the PV buy out of the championship. That's from Paul. And do you think Newcastle might put in a 60 million deal for Calvert-Lewin and DCL cars we were linked to him before?
Ooh, I like him a lot. I think 60 million. Probably a little too much for him. I think about 50 would be fine for him, especially with likes of a Charles you can buy for. I think he's about 90 million. I think he's valued at. I mean, he's just a much better player than Calvert-Lewin. I like him. He's injury prone, yes, but he is a top quality striker. Again, well, Everton want to sell him. I don't know. I don't know much about Benitez at Everton. I still feel like there's a lot of uncertainty at the club at the minute, especially with fans' frustration with the manager. In terms of players, we'll see what happens. But again, I can't really see Calvert-Lewin leaving, at least to the end of the season.
Fair enough. I think the thing as well, sort of thing, he'd be a fantastic signing, but you're right, he is injury prone, and I don't think Rafa will let him go anytime soon yet. I just can't say, not this season he won't. Can't see us signing anyone for Sunday because them players would be available to play on Sunday against Southampton. Probably, well, if we had players like ASM, Ryan Fierza, Karen Wilson, or Fifth, we have a good chance, but at the minute, we haven't got them because they're not injured, so they might even make it against Watford sort of thing. Wilson won't. ASM might. Ryan Fierza might. So we need to get players through before the 15th. Well, get them before the 13th, really. It's got to rest on time, haven't you?
Yeah.
But, yeah, listen, I'm going to wrap up there sort of thing. Like, 'cause I know you're a busy guy. And what you got? I've got some more comments, by the way, that's just flying through because I think it'd be unfair. Would you take Lacazette for the Arsenal?
I don't like him, but yes, I would.
Fair enough. Afternoon, lads. Afternoon to Dave. Hope you're okay. I cannot believe that I'm talking transfers with my Everton mate. That hasn't happened 15 years. And he gently asked if I'm still alive during the January transfer window. Wow. That's a good comment. That's a good question there. Don't see Man City or Liverpool in the championship. If we do, it will sign as we won't be getting any marquee signings. Wait and see, man. See what happens. I'd like to see Isaac. I tell you what, he's a decent player. Him, Swedish international, scores. And I tell you what, he's got to be gettable because no Champions League or European League money talks. That's very true. I'd take him all day long. He's a big unit, Adam, and he's had a stellar season last season with the Spanish team.
I might watch him at the Euros. He was good at the Euros. That's the only time I watched him really. But I'd have to be full-fledged striker like that. But anyway, in terms of me, John, do I feel wrapped it up now? Can you get a video done shortly?
Yeah, say again?
Is the wife wrap this up in a minute? I need to get a video
done. Yeah, sure. Just got one few comments. I'm not going to read any more comments there, but listen, just to quickly, what time's your video starting? And
well, I'll be editing the video shortly, but I'll be uploading a 5 Newcastle news video because someone just came out today. But could be a bit busy later on with the news coming out. But it'll be 5 o'clock upload. It'll just be about the news, really, or the Trippier news, because a lot has happened since my pre-recorded video at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it there, sort of thing. So I know you're a busy guy, sort of thing. But listen, so where do you find you, Adam? Before I let go, and
I was just Adam Pearson, just Adam P YouTube or whatever, and it's pop it straight away. In terms of videos this week, I'll be getting all the news throughout the week. I'll be at the Gateshead away match tomorrow with Blythe, so that'll be my vlog up tomorrow instead of the Southampton game. Thank God I'm not going to that game.
Yeah.
Throughout the week, we'll obviously, whenever players come in, I will go to the training ground whenever the first day is, we see them in the flesh. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Of course, Cambridge next week. A lot happening, so there'll be plenty of daily uploads on the channel, so make sure to get yourselves over there. You haven't done so already.
Fantastic. Well, listen, I'm going to wrap up as well. And if you do like the video, guys, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you do follow Adam on his YouTube channel as well. He's a great guy. I'll be back again at 5 o'clock with a Chelsea fan. So please join us for that. We can talk about Lukaku. And listen, Adam, did you enjoy coming on?
I did, mate. Thank you for having me on. More than happy to come on any other time you want.
Fantastic. No problem. Well, listen, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for watching our channel, and enjoy the rest of your new year and first day. And thanks very much for watching my channel, guys. And have a good afternoon, guys. Take care.